the cloud.
Thank you so much. And can everyone see my screen all right?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So hello, everyone. Welcome to the Region 5 Regional Kickoff / National Convention Prep. And yes, it's a kickoff in October because why not? We wanted to spice it up this year a little bit. And of course, since Halloween's literally next week, we wanted to make a spooky season edition just to have some vibes going already for next week. So we'll go ahead and get started. But like I mentioned in my email, I hope y'all did your studying on Region 5, everything there is about it. The way these pop quizzes are going to work, first of all, there's a lot on the line. It's a $15 gift card. So if you want free money, I hope that you studied or you have your resources ready. But it's going to be based on whoever types it fastest in the chat. So I hope y'all started typing up because these virtual career fairs have also gotten a little bit of typing involved in them. So this is how we're going to start off right away with pop quiz number 1. So is everyone ready? I'm going to assume that y'all are screaming, dancing in your chairs, and we'll go ahead and get started. So what states are part of Region 5? And the regional team will be looking at the chat. Does anyone know the answer? Oh, there are some more than 3. I'll give you a hint. There are 7 states in Region 5.
Make sure that you type all 7 in one row so we can make sure.
Has to be all in one row.
Andrea, does it have to be like completely written out or can it be the acronym?
You know what? Let's do completely written. Oh, wait, we didn't specify. So let's just do whichever one.
I think someone won already, no?
Oh, wait, Texas, Oklahoma.
No, that's not right. UNT, Jose David Martinez. You're close.
I think Susie got it. Yeah, with the abbreviations. Let's see.
Was it someone Susie? I saw Cat.
Oh,
can we count
Susie,
Cat? I don't
Susie
know,
versus
Cat.
Cat.
You might have an advantage.
they can count. They can count. Let's see which one. I think it was Susie. Susie got it at 5:08. When did Cat get it? Oh, wait. No, Susie did not get it. I'm sorry, Susie did not get it. Oh, wait, Susie did get it. My bad. I didn't know the abbreviation for. Yeah, Susie definitely did get it. Can someone correct me on that for the regional team?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the message.
You know what? Actually, I think Irlanda won. Huh?
Arkansas, Texas. Oh my gosh, Irlanda, you did get it.
Just barely.
You guys are testing us. Hold on. Give us 1 second. Alabama, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Yeah, Irlanda got it.
Yeah.
Okay, Irlanda from the University of Houston, you get the first prize of $15, a gift card. So you're $15 richer. Yay! Okay. So that's the first pop quiz. So I think this was the hardest question. This one always tricks people around. But yes, the states are Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. Did I say Louisiana already? And Tennessee. So there are 7 states in Region 5. So get ready. Don't ever forget that we're gonna quiz y'all again, and that may be free money again in the future. But just to start off the actual presentation, and again, we'll have a little bit more pop quizzes later on throughout the presentation, just to make sure you guys are paying attention. So we just wanted you guys to meet the team for now. So Francis, are you here?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, everyone. So I'm the regional vice president. I just started my term this past July, and I'll be the regional vice president for a 2-year term. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. And just to tell you a little bit about myself, I was born in Honduras. I'm a construction manager for a company here in Houston named Wood PLC. I got a mechanical engineering degree at The Ohio State University in Region 6. and a construction management master's degree at UIUC, also in Region 6. But I moved to Houston and I'm part of the Houston Professional Chapter, and I've been a lifetime SHPE member going on 25 years now. This year was my anniversary for 25 years. So happy to be here and to see all you guys.
All right, the mute button's always hard to get, but next up is me. My name's Andrea Lastra. For those who I have not gotten to meet, and for those who I got to meet, hello again. I am a senior studying mechanical engineering at the University of Houston. Go Cougs forever. But again, I can say this to every single chat that I meet with. Someone is muted. Like I say this to every chapter that I talk to, I promise y'all I'm not playing favorites. Every single chapter in Region 5 is my favorite, which is why I love working with y'all. I have been a past SHPE president last year during the COVID years, as well as secretary right before COVID hit, well, while during COVID hit as well. And I've been in SHPE for about 3 years and loving every single part of it. And if y'all see my pictures, I am from Venezuela. I'm currently interning at NASA. If you ever want to bribe me, I think a lot of people know this, but buy me a bag of Sour Patch Kids and that's all I need. And I also play a lot of Super Smash Bros. So if you want to get beaten by me, tell me and I will be happy to set a game up. But that's about it for me.
¿Qué onda, mi gente? What's up, guys? I'm Christian Valdivieso. I'm from El Paso, Texas, and I am your regional graduate representative for this year. And I've been very excited to be part of this experience. So I'm a grad student in computer engineering here at Texas El Paso, and during COVID, I earned my bachelor's in electrical engineering. A little more about me is, I've been at SHPE since I was a freshman here at UTEP. Involved within the leadership organization and as an ambassador, secretary, vice president. And then now, I could get to take it at a different step and be part of the infamous, the one and only Region 5 as the RGR. And a little more about me, like I said, I'm from El Paso, so I'm Mexican American and I love to dance. Fortunately, I haven't been able to dance with many of you guys or, just kind of have a good time, but I love salsa, bachata, reggaeton, and so on. So, but yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to get to know you guys. And I'm super duper excited to meet every one of y'all at the National Convention. And I'll pass it on to Luisa.
Christian. Hi, everyone. My name is Luisa Flores. I am the RJR, so the junior representative for Region 5. I'm currently a environment and social assessment advisor at BP, and I spent like 8 years at UT Austin doing my master's and my bachelor's. So hook 'em horns for sure. I've been involved with SHPE since I was at UT Austin, and I was the pre-college track co-chair for the RLDC that was hosted in 2014. And since then, at the regional level, I've been involved as the vice RSR, the RGR, and then also the RGR manager. I'd love to do some rock climbing. I love to travel, and I absolutely love to try different food. So that's me in a nutshell, and really excited to be seeing you all on this call.
Hi, everyone. My name is Avina Moreno. I'm currently a senior majoring in chemical engineering. I'm from Port Lavaca, Texas, and I go to Texas A&M University, Kingsville. I'm currently like the junior director, and I've been the SHPE president and recruiter before. I've been with SHPE for 3 years, and some of my favorite things, as you can tell on the slide, are Chihuahuas, Liverpool, and vinyl records. And I'm super excited to see y'all here and also at National Convention.
And one huge important thing that someone who made the slides forgot to mention is our positions in the regional team. So Frances, who was the very first one to go, is the regional vice president. So she is the head of all the region. I am the regional student representative, which means I work a lot with student chapters and I meet with as many chapters as I can, helping them out in any way. Christian is the regional graduate representative. So he deals with everything graduate, all the amazing events that you will be seeing, as well as any A's that they can do with graduate graduate students, and we'll get into a little bit more about the projects that he's working on. Luisa is the regional junior representative, so she is the master of every SHPE junior and outreach thing that you can think of. So she has a lot of resources that she can help you out with in any way, shape, or form. And Avina is an amazing marketing director. She deals with all social media. So anytime you see a post, it's most likely her responding to different things. And I know that takes a lot of effort. So we are so happy for Avina to also join us on. So and before we move on to the regional 5 plans, it was even pop quiz for me. So pop quiz number 2, get your chats open and ready, everyone. This one is, what is the Region 5 chant? And it has to be the whole thing from top to beginning.
And then also, if you can't, just keep it in one line, right? So it's a little easier.
Keep it in one line. Keep it in one line.
Please.
Let's see, can anyone type? Oh, close. There's a couple of things missing from those. Oh, I think Humberto got it. Yes, Humberto, you got it.
All right.
Woo!
Oh,
Good job, Humberto. All right, so for those who don't know, Region 5 chants, in case you haven't been to a national convention or a Region 5 or a region event before, you will keep hearing every region's chants throughout the hallways at random times. And we are one of the biggest regions out there, so we have to make sure to be louder than the current biggest region, which is, I believe, Region 4. So the region is just Region 5, changing lives. You do that 3 times, and we do a drum roll, and then we do awoo because we're the Lobos, so we're wolves. So we'll do a little try when we take the picture towards the end. That way you guys are ready to go for the chants in the hallways, as well as the regional meeting and national convention. So good job, Humberto. He's the president for the UNT chapter. So huge shout out to them for now. I believe there's one more pop quiz, so stay tuned for that one later on. Here we go. So now towards the Region 5 plans. Oh, I still have the chant stuck in my head. Friends are Luisa and Christian, if y'all want to take it away.
Lisa, if you want to go first.
Sure. So what's been happening in the junior representative side? Hopefully y'all were able to tune into our bite-sized weekly SHPE Junior 101 series that we held on Instagram. And if you haven't, don't worry, you can go click there now and look at all the awesome resources that we have. Like Andrea mentioned, I do have positions open for the SHPE Junior Committee. And so if y'all want to become involved in SHPE Junior, helping developing resources or developing content for our junior representatives, please do reach out. I'm happy to have everyone on that committee. So with that, I'll pass it on to Christian.
Thanks, Lisa. I really appreciate it. But yeah, if y'all are really interested in learning more about junior chapters across the whole Region 5, I would definitely recommend it. On my side, which is more towards like general graduate students, I'm having a podcast that is kind of the idea that the RGR from last year had. And I just think graduate school is not as intimidating as it is. And there's many misconceptions that we have. And I think as Latinos, we're very capable of many things. And I just thought it was very important to kind of clear misconceptions and interview amazing advisors and grad students that we have in Region 5. And we have a specific advisor from Texas International and Texas A&M International. And he's so amazing. Dr. T, he's got so much amazing information to share. So if you guys have a chance, whether it's 5 minutes or a whole 45 minutes, I would definitely recommend. There's actually a lot of things that I actually learned and during our conversation. So, but by all means, I'll be sending a newsletter as well across the whole Region 5 today. Just any questions you guys got, by all means, I'm here to help. And yeah, I would say that's it on my side for now.
All right, thank you both. And then I will pass it on to Francis for this section.
Oh, to ask about the multiple choice? Okay, so
It's just
what
what
do-
we're up to. It's not multiple choice.
oh, what are we up to? Okay, yeah, so this is one of the events that we had really early on when we started our our terms this year, just a few months back. We actually got together, us four, and spent a whole day just thinking about our plans for the year, the plans of what each of us individually in our positions can do to try to help all the members within the region. And so we did a lot of brainstorming, talking about our plans, and we put all our plans in paper. And we mainly wanted to focus on what we do as a regional team, which is to help with growing our region by working on collaborations with third parties, collaborations between chapters, working on brand awareness. So the way that we do that is making sure that every opportunity we have, we get our name out there for SHPE and for our region. One way to do that is, to speak whenever you're given a chance, to speak at other organizations like SWE, NSBE, at employee resource groups, if you're a professional member, and just continue to get that brand awareness out there so people that are not familiar with SHPE can become familiar and get interested and also become a member. We can increase our reach and make sure that we get as many members so that we can provide that value back to them and also back to the organization. So we also do this through capturing more followers on our social media. So Avina was really essential, and the rest of the team, in helping with our social media competition that we did just a month ago. And it was really fun, really successful. And thanks to all the chapters that participated in that. So that was really amazing to see. And it did actually increase our followers almost 8% just within that 1 week. So we also are responsible for making sure we meet with all of you guys. So we put plans in place on when each of us were going to be meeting and talking to and reaching out to our respective membership groups. And that's all in place now, and we're working towards that. And then on top of that, we also help with the regional and the national events. So for RLDC, our Regional Leadership Development Conference, that's going to be in the spring. We're thinking about plans for that and starting to help form the committee for that. And also you'll see us at the National Convention. We're going to be there for the regional meeting, and we have a lot of fun plans for that. So make sure that when you go to National Convention, you do not miss our regional meeting, because it's going to be amazing. So that's what we did. It was tons of fun, a whole day of planning, and we look forward to working with all of you guys for the rest of this year. And that goes into the following June is when the term ends. Anything that I missed, RLT, you can jump in.
I do want to give a moment for Avina to talk about the social media competitions that she's handling, because it takes a lot of effort. So Avina.
Yeah, Avina, jump on in. Let us know what you wanted to say and share about the social media competition that happened.
Yeah, so for the social media competitions for the all week, it was really awesome to see everyone participating every day for the daily challenges. And also, like, I know everyone's busy during the day and things like that, but like towards the end of the day, like how much we would get, like all the participation was really great and the social media competition. So it's awesome to see y'all participate. And I'm grateful for y'all participating, and like just to see everything around different campuses for everyone to see that some may not be there. But yeah, it was just super great, and I'm really appreciated for all those. And stay tuned for the upcoming social media competitions. And also, if you see me at National Convention, be sure to hit me up so we can post on our chapter also.
All right, thank you so much. And then I did want to have a brief moment to have chapter spotlights for students and professionals. So I want to give a huge shout out to all these chapters: OSU, Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, Trinity University, which is one of our chapters that's trying to start up, the University of Houston Clear Lake, which is the newest chapter addition to Region 5. So make sure to welcome Osvaldo, who's the current president of this very new chapter. So if y'all are in the area, make sure to help them out in any way, shape, or form. We got the University of Houston, OU as well, UTA, A&M, Rice, Texas at Austin, UT at Austin, UNT, UTEP, and the University of Arkansas as well. And these chapters are getting a huge shout out because they've either set up meetings with me and Christian to just talk about their chapters or just get to know each other, or they have attempted, or they've just had constant communication with the regional leadership team. So we greatly appreciate that. So if your chapter is not on the board, it's okay. We still love you. There's plenty of time between now and the end of the year for us to get to know you and meet you and just talk to you. So make sure to do that in case you guys have not done that. And if you don't know how to start that off, just message me or the Slack if you're an eBoard member, or just send me an email at rsr5@shep.org. With that being said, again, huge shout out to every single one of these chapters. You guys are amazing. And I'm so glad that we all got to talk to y'all for now. And then pass it off to Francis.
Yeah, so I love this idea of spotlighting our chapters. I am spotlighting these professional chapters because I see how much they have just in the last 3 to 4 months have been participating with the region, being part of the president's meeting that I held for the professional presidents, having events, and just all in on their mission for serving the professional members for the region. And this is Austin Professional Chapter, Dallas Fort Worth Professional Chapter, Texas Bay Area, that's near here, near Houston, and then Houston Professional Chapter. I just went to an event with them yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. Lockheed Martin Aero Fort Worth Professional Chapter. They have a lot of events and a lot of things that they have going on, especially with Shep Junior. They're very active with that. Oklahoma City Professional Chapter had an amazing webinar where they give some great professional development advice. Huntsville and Oklahoma City also, they're getting their chapter up and going, and just reaching out to the president and talking to them, which was really great too. So just like Andrea said, we just want to spotlight these chapters. We love all of the professionals and all the ones that are at large that maybe aren't going and attached particularly to any chapter. Please, if you go to National Convention, come to the regional meeting, and we want to welcome you too. But I did want to spotlight these chapters, and I love working with them and want to continue working with all of the professionals in the region as much as possible. Thanks.
All right, and now before we move on to the second section of our meeting today, we have the last pop quiz of the meeting. So get ready, chat's open. Y'all know the drill right about now. So where was the 2020 RLDC held? And it has to be the city and school. Oh, I think Caleb got it.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Off the bat. Wait.
Caleb did not get it, sorry. Humberto got it once again, but
UNT?
can Humberto win again?
I don't see why not. We didn't establish that they can't win twice. And
That's true.
He studied up, so.
That's very true. Humberto, you know what? We got to learn from Humberto and his notes. Humberto, you got it once again. So he's $30 richer today. But yes, it was held. This was a little bit of a trick question, since even in the regional team, we always get them mixed up between the 2021 remote one and the 2020 RLDC. So 2020 RLDC was held in Baton Rouge, not New Orleans, and it was by LSU. And 2021 was held by both Region 5 and Region 7 with A&M and Georgia. State, Georgia Tech, one of the universities in Georgia. So that was it for 2021. All right, so thank you so much to our winners today, Irlanda and Humberto, for the pop quizzes, and stay tuned to the end to see which chapter will win the mini competition. But we are moving to the second section of our meeting today, which is the National Convention. Know before you go, get those jobs and connections safely, of course, since this year is a little hectic, but we'll be covering what to do before convention, during convention, after convention, as well as any insight that we've gotten from national or from SHPE National about National Convention and how to handle that around. So we'll go ahead. Oh, but before we do, we're going to go and take a little picture and chant time to make sure you're all still awake before we move on. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen for 1 second. And if y'all are able to, if y'all are comfortable, go ahead and turn on your cameras, give us a big smile, and then we'll do the regional chant right after. So Evina, can you take the screenshots of if that's okay? Is that a yes? Is that a no?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
can. Sorry.
Perfect. It's okay. You don't have a webcam. No worries. No worries. All right. So you can throw up your sign for school.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a picture of each of the
Yep.
sections. So
Just keep holding on the smile.
yeah, if y'all could hold your smiles for a while. Pretty smiles, everybody. Okay, let me take the first one. Okay. Oh, hold on.
This is a test.
Quickness and stuff.
Everyone keep their eyes open. Don't be caught with your eyes closed.
The red light, green light.
Oh, Squid Game.
All right, took the first one. Sorry, I have to like take a picture, copy and paste it. So
No
y'all,
worries. No worries.
y'all keep your smiles. I'm going as fast as I can. Okay, sorry y'all. One more. Ay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, she was just
All
holding,
right.
making us hold on for now. So now
I was
that
like,
I know my cheeks are hurting. Now that your cheeks are warmed up, that was totally part of the plan. Now we can do a regional chant. Now that we're all warmed up. So in case you forgot already, which I hope y'all didn't, the regional chant is Region 5, and then Changing Lives. We do that 3 times. Then we do a little drum roll with all the energy that you have in the world. You're charging up, and then at the end you say "Ow," like the laws that we are. Okay, so we can do a little test run. You know what, let's treat it like, you know what, we don't need test runs. We're gonna nail it first try. Yeah, let's just go for it. All right. Francis, do you want to lead it?
Sure, why not?
Perfect.
Okay,
So
leader.
everyone off mute.
guys
The Wolfpack
ready?
leader.
This is getting recorded,
Okay.
so make sure you get it right. Okay. Region 5,
Changing
lives.
Region 5,
Region.
Region 5.
Changing lives.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, how long do we have to drum roll for?
Okay. I like it. I like it.
A great question. It's whatever your heart feels like, you know.
It's like you kind of awkwardly look around when people start going like this, then that's when you start doing the drum roll. We'll get it perfectly right once National Convention. But I think that was great for virtual. I think that was great. But get ready to scream those throughout the hallways at any point of the convention. I know if you guys haven't attended in person, it gets very competitive between the regions. So let's get excited for that. But now that we got the picture and the chant time and our cheeks still hurt, we can move on to the before the convention, what to do before and any things like that. And then we'll have a little Q&A session at the end of the whole event as well. But I'll go ahead and cover this little part real quick. Just in case you don't know, upload your resume to SHPE ASAP. I believe the deadline is either today or tomorrow. I think it's today actually. And based on what SHPE National told us as well, a lot of the interviews are given out before National Convention even starts. So about 60 to 70%, if not higher, are given before National Convention starts. So if your resume is not up there, then recruiters won't be able to see your resume and screen your resumes to give you that email of like, hey, we want to schedule you for an interview. So make sure if you and the rest of your members / the rest of your friends in SHPE have not done this, do that like right after this meeting ends. Apply. Every single company has positions open in the SHPE Career Center as well as in their own pages. So make sure that you don't go up to them in the booth and be like, oh, okay, I haven't applied. Make sure you apply right now. You never know what can come out of that. As well as, and I'll send the link right after I'm done with this section, but you can see where all their booths are going to be in person, which companies are going to be virtual and in person, or only virtual or only in person already. They have the website completely set up, as well as with the agendas of what workshop, who's going to be leading them. So it's important that you do that like now, basically, because especially in the past, SHPE National Conventions are a huge event with thousands of people. And now that we have COVID restrictions as well, before COVID was a thing, rooms will get filled up and you wouldn't be able to enter if you weren't there super early, if you knew where the room was, if you knew where everything was going to be happening and exactly at what time. And now with COVID restrictions, of course, they have to handle as well as social distancing. So room capacities may be a lot smaller, which means rooms will fill up a lot quicker. So make sure to select the workshops, the booths, the sessions that you want to attend already, so that way you're way ahead of the game and you can be at those places ahead of time. The virtual career fair is happening November 5th. So that's in a couple of weeks. So that's coming up really quickly. And we'll cover that in the next slide as well. There's also virtual resume critiques 2 weeks leading up to the convention. So I believe also there is going to be an in-person one once we get to convention, but there's only about 80 slots. So when you compare 80 slots to about 6,000 or 7,000 people attending SHPE National Convention, it's better to do it now than later on, because we don't know what the chances are. So make sure you sign up for a slot, and I can attest to that. The resume critiques from the company representatives are very, very good. And again, like I said before, create your own agenda as soon as possible. But moving on to the virtual career fair.
I'm sorry to interject. As far as the virtual resume reviews, to my understanding, there will be physical, like in-person resume reviews, but there won't be as many slots.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you want the opportunity to have your resume reviewed by quality representatives, virtual is the best way to do that, because there isn't really a clear idea of how many reps can actually review it in person.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, they mentioned 80 slots, and they're still looking for professionals to fill this up, so it could be even less than that. So like Christian said, make sure you do it now rather than later virtually. And as far as the online career fair for Friday, November 5th, the platform will be the same as the 2021 virtual national convention. So if you attended the virtual national convention, remember that they only gave you about 5 to 7 minutes to talk to their representatives. They could choose to extend, but there was a limit of like 2 minutes extension. So get ready to know your elevator pitch as soon as possible, know everything that you want to tell them, and be concise about it as well, but make sure you're getting your point across. And then also just have things typed up to the side, like whether they ask about projects, maybe some of them will be only type only or anything like that. I believe last year they were mainly video, but you never know what a professional could choose to do. So if you have everything typed up already, like tell me a little bit about yourself typed up, just copy and paste it, and you will save a lot of time like that. So again, be prepared to speak and type quickly because time is very limited. Complete the screening pre-assessments as soon as possible, as soon as we get access to the platform, which will be few days before the virtual career fair. So if you don't complete the screening pre-assessments, that's going to take some time for them to approve you. They're going to be like, yes, come to our booth, or no, maybe next time. So make sure you do those as soon as possible. And it's honestly basic questions. It's just, are you looking for an internship? Are you looking for full-time? What are you interested in, et cetera, et cetera. So it varies between companies, but it's essentially that. It's not an actual exam to know everything that you know at the company. So don't get scared. I know I got scared last year and I was like, an assessment, oh no. So don't leave those to the very last minute. And beware, as I'm going to share the link in a little bit, lots of companies will be virtual and not in person. So take advantage. And this is due to a lot of restrictions just within their own companies. Some of them don't believe that flying people out is like money well spent when they can do it virtually and still have the same impact. So make sure you keep aware if your dream company is going virtual, you need to prepare right now. If they're going virtual and in person, you have 2 chances to get an interview or an opportunity with them. So just make sure you keep that in mind and keep checking to see if anything updates. And then I'll pass it on to whoever wants to speak about during convention.
I could
Sure, I can
speak.
jump.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Francis.
me and you, Christian, we could jump in. So for safety measures that are going to be taken at convention, once you're there, just everything that we're already doing in our lives now for COVID, in terms of making sure that you wear your face mask and you follow the CDC guidelines of washing your hands and trying to have social distancing, all of that is going to be in place here at convention. And all of us are leaders within our organizations. We need to set a great example by making sure that we follow these guidelines, because it's meant for all of us to be safe and to still be able to have this in-person convention, which I am really, really happy that we move forward with having in-person convention. And as long as we're following these guidelines, we can make it a great event. Still, right? So the SHPE staff has already set up social distancing in terms of inside workshops. They're going to have some seating that's going to be set so that it's blocked, so that there's enough space in between people when they're seating, and those are guidelines too. If you're with someone that you're already what they call, they're already within your bubble, someone that you're maybe already traveling with, if it's a spouse or a partner or a study partner or whatever it is, you can remove that from the chair. But overall, most of the spaces are going to have that social distancing already set up in terms of seating. All of the rooms have been sized accordingly, so that there's a cap of how many people are going to be put into the different rooms. So that's all being taken into account. And a lot of the guidelines are being followed according to what the regulations are in Florida, and also what the convention center has done for all of the other different conventions and conferences that they've had up until now. So just rest assured that everything that can be done in Orlando and can be done within the guidelines of Florida is being done to keep us all safe. I don't have anything on current statistics. If someone has that, I don't know. I guess one last thing I'll mention is, in terms of your face mask, the guideline is that we keep our face masks on, since it is going to be a lot of people that will be together for convention. Make sure that you keep that on, unless you're actively eating or actively drinking. That's when it's okay for you to lower your face mask and do that. But for the rest of the time, be sure that you follow that guideline, because if we don't want to get to the point where we have to bring it to someone's attention, and if they aren't following the rules, and SHPE staff is prepared to make sure that that person leaves convention, so the rest of us can stay safe and still continue to be with each other. Anything I missed? Christian, Andrea, Luisa?
Happen to include about, I guess like the stickers, the red, yellow, and green.
Oh yes, that's great. Go ahead. Why don't you share about that?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm not sure where it's placed, but I'm assuming probably your name tag, or maybe on your shirt or
Yes.
whatnot.
Yeah, they're buttons.
Okay.
That they're going to provide with you when you check in for registration.
Perfect. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously things have gotten a whole lot better, but it's a really day by day thing, right? And some people are more comfortable with, handshakes and hugs, while other people are, have a different preference where it's just more of a fist bump or no physical contact. So these buttons allow everyone to feel comfortable and kind of highlight, what is kind of the physical touch or the interaction that they want with people. So it will be definitely something new, right? As we go to convention, meet people, and if you see something green, and it's kind of hard not to hug people or handshake and so on. But I think it's definitely something that allows everyone to be safe and comfortable and just kind of have a good interaction regardless. And then I think as far as meals, for the most part, it's going to be like more grab and go, right, Francis?
Yes.
It's not going to be like
yes, it's going to be grab and go. Yep.
Yeah, it's just, grab your lunch or grab your meal and sit down wherever you feel comfortable, whether that's by people or outside and so on. So that's kind of, the whole gist. But yeah, and as far as face masks, I think we can iterate again as much. It's very important that we all wear it. We as leaders, we definitely have to set by example, and we definitely have that expectation where if we're not wearing it, then everyone else might kind of feel I don't have to use it. So I know it sucks, but it's something that we just got to do, just to have a good time, which beats all these Zoom meetings for sure. But I think that's all on my part.
Yep, and then you'll, just as a little side note, you'll be able to choose the buns each day. So if one day you feel like, yeah, I want to hug everyone, and the other day you're like, never mind, I didn't like that too much. You can choose it based. So if you're an indecisive person like I am, that's going to be a perfect opportunity for you to choose how you feel on a daily basis. But yes, about current statistics, I believe, usually SHPE National Convention has like 12,000 people or so, 10,000 people, 9,000 people. I believe this year it's a little less than that because of the virtual year. I want to say it was about 6,000 projected people, if not 7,000, but still. But the good thing is that the Orange County Convention Center, where it's going to be held, it's huge. So like, first of all, get ready to walk. If you're a girl and you like wearing heels, or if you're just a person that likes to wear heels, beware of that, because your feet might end up hurting a lot by the end of the day, if not by the end of the convention. So make sure to keep that in mind when thinking of what to wear for convention as well. But yeah, that's for the safety measures. And then Luisa, do you want to take this one?
Sure. So the more you are prepared when you get to convention, the better, because especially if it's your first time, it can seem really overwhelming. So really take the time to go through the websites, look at the resources that are there. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the regional team. So some tips are on the screen. Make sure that you get to the events early. As Andrea said, there's limited space, limited spots. So if this is a workshop that you really want to attend, or there's a company or a university that you really want to network with, make sure you get there. And that's where planning out what you want to do really helps. Some students will have early access to the career fair on Thursday, while others will have early access on Friday. So just be aware of that. And note that the events will not be live streamed, but many will be recorded. If you want to stay up to date with things that are happening, make sure that you download the app. You'll probably get a lot of notifications, so just be prepared for that. But it's really useful to figure out what's happening, or if there's a room change, things like that. So definitely recommend that.
And then I saw Taimi's question in the chat. The app will be launched a little later on. I believe they're still working on finalizing a few details, but closer to convention time, it'll for sure be launched. And like Luisa said, any cancellations, any updates of like room changes or anything like that will be done through the app. So it's really important that you have that app going. And just to double backtrack on the career fair access, I believe that will be randomized. So some people will have access for a couple hours before the actual career fair start time time, which I believe, I want to say it's 2 p.m., if not a little bit earlier than that. And then after that certain time, everyone at the convention will be able to go in. So some people will have the privilege of going earlier on Thursday, while others will have it Friday, and that might be randomized. They did not mention how they're going to be choosing who gets what access, but rest assured that you'll still be able to go to Korea for both days. It's just going to be either short time or a longer time. So be prepared for that as well. Francis, if you want to take this one.
Yeah, I can
You know
take
what,
this one.
Andrea?
So some information that has been given to us for your knowledge is that there will be a quiet room in case there's a situation where you might need to do some studying, turn in an assignment, or do anything like that, where you need a space that's quiet, or maybe you just need a break from the craziness. That quiet room will be available. New this year also, there's going to be community gatherings. You'll see those on the agenda as they're being established, but community gatherings are going to be, instead of the gathering just being focused around a company or around a certain theme, it's going to be more of a who you are within your community. So there will be one for parents. You know, if you're a parent of a child and you want to go and meet other SHPE members that also are parents, for specific interests like LGBTQIA, hopefully I said that right. If I didn't, please don't be mad at me, but that is going to be one of the community gatherings, and all that is going to be in the agenda. So you can, if you are interested, go and also meet other SHPE members that are interested in part of that community. Also, another tip, there's a lot of really amazing competitions that are happening, and they happen. You have to be signing up soon. Some of them have deadlines before you get to convention, and go and look for those on the shp.org/2021 convention website, and make sure you sign up for them. Extreme engineering is not something that's going to be there this year, but there are other competitions for different majors that you could be participating in. And then another question I received is for some of the really popular events like the SHPTina luncheon and the SHPTina breakfast and some of the other like meals and events like that, where you would have been able to select a ticket when you were registering. If you're not seeing that option, or you didn't see it when you registered, it's because they're already at capacity and they go quickly. But with some of these events, they have standby lines. So I've been to many conventions, and almost everybody, except for the people all the way at the back, make it in from the standby lines, because maybe the people that had tickets didn't end up going to the event. So don't give up on that event. If you want to go, make sure you go and stand in line. And then any questions you have, there's going to be all of the staff that's there in a convention polo, and we're going to be in the polos too. Anyone from the regional team, from staff, and from board members and on will be able to help you. So make sure you ask us questions.
And one other tip that I forgot to mention is that this year there will still be hospitality suites in person, but if you notice, there's a lot less than there usually are if you've attended in previous national conventions. I believe the usual amount is like 13 or 14 or so. This year there's about 6 or 7. So if, in case you haven't attended a national convention in person, the lines for hospitality suites were incredibly long. Like I got to one hospitality suites 2 to 3 hours before, and I was at the beginning of the line. By the next hour, the line was crossing across the entire convention center. So since there's a lot less hospitality suites this year, this means that the lines will be like double, triple the size. So if it's your dream company and you really want to go into it, make sure you get there extremely early for you to have a chance to go in there, since they still have to respect social distancing as well. So there's a lot of factors with hospitality suites this year. So take that into account. And Christian, I believe you had something to say earlier.
Yes, I wanted to say, so as far as the agenda, whether it's through the mobile app or the like the SHPE convention sign-in, it does give you an opportunity to see where like the exhibitors are going to be located on the you know, like as far as the actual career fair. So like it's going to give you a map. So as soon as you walk in, it gives you a preview of where to walk, right? It can be overwhelming, so that kind of helps you like where to target, and kind of rank it from 1 to 10. 2, it also allows you to like set your agenda and say, from this day, I'll be going to 3 workshops, 1 graduate workshop, and then the actual career fair. So really use these tools to your advantage. It takes a little bit of time, but I think the key takeaway of this convention is networking is done from a month before, right? From you submitting your resume to getting everything prepared, to having that agenda. And once you go in, that networking expands even further, from meeting people at the restroom line or at the hospitality suite. So definitely expect it to be overwhelming, but expect it to be fun too. But yeah, that's it on my part.
Okay, I can speak to this. I'll just go through it really quick. Please come to our Region 5 meeting Saturday, November 13th. So it's the Saturday of convention. We're going to have a fun time networking. We're probably going to be probably the biggest region there. If you guys all go, we probably will be. And we're going to just have so much fun with all of you guys there. I think we're expecting like 600, almost 700 people from Region 5, and the list is just growing. So make it to the Region 5 meeting. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to do a region photo. We're going to have a chant. We're going to announce the Blue Chip Award winners from fall 2021 for the chapters that won that. And we're going to have announcements on scholarship. And then we'll be there so we can meet you guys, which is going to be really amazing. So we can't wait to see you guys there. So make sure you go. Next slide.
And then just in case, the time will be 3 to 5 p.m. for the Region 5 meeting. And I believe that's the time for Orlando. So location will be updated as they finalize any last minute additions. And then after convention, this just etiquette, send thank you notes to anyone that you met, whether it was a student or a professional or your amazing Region 5 team, I don't know, or just any professionals that you got to talk to. It kindness goes a long way. Explore the city if you have some leftover time. Universal, Disney, everything is around Orlando. So if you have time, why not explore a new city? And then follow up with new connections. Make sure you have your LinkedIn ready to go when you get to National Convention. That's where a lot of people get to that 500 plus connections as well. And it's just nice to keep those connections going and get excited if you see them at RLDC or the next national convention. So make sure to get that going if you haven't already. And if you need any help, you can always reach out to your e-board members or the regional team as well. And then now that we are basically done with everything, if anyone has any questions, you can raise your hand, put them in the chat, or anything and everything. So let us know. Any questions whatsoever? Oh, silence.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
I saw that I think it was in the Tuesday chats that SHPE National has mentioned about like there being shuttle buses around the convention. And I was just wondering what the proximity was going to be to see like if we fall within that range to get like, free transportation to the Orange County Center.
So I actually don't know the answer to that. I don't know if the rest of the RLT knows.
I don't know the answer to that, but typically the shuttle buses are whenever there's a hotel that has a little bit more of a walk. Most of the times that's what the shuttle buses are for. So if it's for another location that's not one of like the designated hotels, then I don't believe those shuttle buses would be servicing those. But did that answer your question? If there's
Yeah.
a specific hotel or location that you think you might want to have some type of transportation, you can always contact us and we can find out specifically for you.
Okay.
That's normally how transportation works for a convention.
Thank you, Francis.
You're welcome.
And if anything, I'm sure they'll release a little bit more information about it with specifics nearing the convention as well. Any more questions? You know, that's a good sign. My professor either says that whenever there's no question, it either means the presentation was really amazing and we nailed everything, or it was so horrible that people don't even know what to ask. So I'll go with the one before that.
It's the amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, you guys have our emails, and actually the next slide is how you can reach us. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, you can reach out to us via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or emails as well. Or you can ask any of your e-board members to connect you with us, or ask them and they can ask us. So there's many different ways. In case you come up with a question in the middle of the night at 2 a.m., we will be happy to find the answer, to talk to SHPE National, the staff as well, or if we know the answer ourselves. So, and then before we leave,
I had a question. So what is the ticket cover? Is it just to enter the convention, or how's, transportation and all that going to be covered, or is it not?
So the registration, as far as I'm aware, and the rest of the RLT can correct me if I'm wrong, I know it includes like all access to everything in person as well as the virtual career fair. So everyone who has registered will have access to the virtual career fair, whether or not you're going in person. And then the, as well as, I was going to say something else. I forgot what I was going to say. But as far as transportation, like Esteban asked about the shuttle buses, as well as Francis mentioned, I believe, Francis, is that included or not included?
Yeah, I mean, if it's a shuttle bus that's going between the convention center and it's established that it's going to one of the hotels that's part of the convention prearranged package for us, then that is something you can just hop on and go, back and forth. But the rest of the transportation is on you for you to handle. So I don't know about you guys, but most of the time I'm walking back and forth from the hotel and the convention center. But it's best if you book within the package of the hotels that are already gotten by SHPE National, because then you're going to be in those hotels that are close to the convention center. And then obviously if you have other places that you want to go, I'm not sure what you mean by transportation, but like from the airport to the hotel, or from the convention to someplace else you want to go, or back to the airport, that's by the participants. That's not covered in your registration. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
All right, and now for don't forget, we had the mini competition going. So I'll pass it over to Avina for the big review on who the best kickoff chapter is for this event.
Yeah, so I started the count around 5:50 because I know it was getting close to time. So the one with the best chapter goes to UNT. So they had a total of 11 members at the time when I counted. So congratulations.
Okay. So UNT not only got 2 gift cards today for Humberto, their presidents, and now they got the whole. Okay, UNT, we see you. Congratulations. And we hope to see y'all at National Convention during the regional meeting in our future events. So with that being said, congratulations to Irlanda, Humberto, and UNT for winning today. And thank you all so much for coming. Any questions, reach out to us. We're always happy to set up a meeting or just message y'all. And again, thank you so much for coming. If the rest of the RLT has anything else to add, go for it.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone for participating, and this is going to be uploaded in the cloud. So any of your friends that maybe couldn't make it and still want to listen in, let them know so that they can go ahead and watch this, because we want this information to be disseminated to everyone that wants these tips and tricks for convention. And we really look forward to seeing you guys there. And if we can see you there, make sure that you see it. When you see us, just come up and say hi, or come see us at the regional meeting. We can't wait to connect with you guys in person. So thank you all. Have a good night.
Hey guys, it's a pleasure. Be safe, have fun.
Take care, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
You too.
Have a nice one.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.